You know the man, you've seen the trial, and you've heard that shocking verdict. But what do you know about the secret lives of O.J. Simpson's children? Trial of the century, dream team, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. The catchphrases of the O.J. Simpson trial have long since displaced the substance of the case itself in the public consciousness. Add to that comedians' quips, throwaway references, and parody after parody, and the whole thing can seem like little more than a spectacle of pop culture.
We got a white Bronco heading east into the forest, requesting backup.
It's time for the men in steel to teach these madcap mammals their devil-may-mare attitudes just won't fly.
But behind all that, there is still the fact that Simpson's ex-wife Nicole Brown, a woman who had endured a long history of domestic abuse, was brutally murdered. And according to Marcia Clark, the lead prosecutor of the case, the bid for justice on her behalf was complicated by both Simpson's celebrity and a volatile period in Los Angeles history. By the time of their divorce in 1992, Brown and Simpson had been married 7 years, and they had 2 children together, a boy and a girl. Simpson put the children into the custody of Brown's parents after her death and his arrest, with the understanding that he could move to regain guardianship upon release. His effort to do so created another protracted legal battle, as even after his petition was granted in 1996, Brown's parents continued to seek permanent custody. Those children are grown now, as are Simpson's 3 children by a previous marriage. All have kept out of the intense spotlight trained on their father and family, but the continued fascination with Simpson hasn't allowed them to entirely escape notice. The oldest of O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown's children, Sydney Brooke Simpson, was born in 1985. In her childhood, she and her brother got an early taste of the limelight when their parents brought them to the premiere of Naked Gun 33 1/3. A more grisly kind of publicity came years later when paparazzi caught footage of the children attending their mother's funeral with their father. Publicity is something Sydney has sought to avoid since growing up. Aside from a 2005 arrest, she made no headlines and did her best to keep up her anonymity. A report by the now-defunct website Georgia Newsday found that Sydney frequently moved as an adult and went by the name Portia as of 2014. By 2016, she was reportedly living in St. Petersburg, Florida, along with her brother. Around that time, she was involved in real estate. The younger of O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown's children, Justin Ryan Simpson, was born in 1988, and he had the same early exposure to the media as his sister. In 2014, Georgia Newsday reported that he worked as a busboy in the same restaurant as his sister and half-brother, Jason. But by 2016, his business had shifted to real estate. It's a line of work he's evidently found satisfying, as he has remained a realtor ever since. Initially an agent for Coldwell Banker, he was working for DHM Real Estate by 2019. His Facebook, Instagram, and X pages are all named or otherwise connected to his business. However, his Instagram is more of a personal account, though none have been updated since 2022, when he and his partner announced they were expecting a child. Justin told the Tampa Bay Times in 2016 that while his career demanded long hours, he loved living in Florida. He said, "It's gorgeous here." Sydney and Justin Simpson's low-key lifestyles haven't entirely kept them out of media gossip, however. Their father has continued to endure ongoing public controversies, including his arrest and conviction for armed robbery in 2008, not to mention retrospective documentaries and dramatizations of his trial for the murder of Nicole Brown. Both have fueled interest in what became of the couple's children and what their present-day relationship with O.J. Simpson might be like. In the report, Georgia Newsday mentioned an alleged fight between Sydney and Simpson, during which Sydney is supposed to have accused him of killing her mother. Elsewhere, tabloids have shared various unverifiable claims. The National Enquirer pointed to unnamed sources claiming Sydney was sure of her father's guilt, but forgave him and sought to make peace with him during his incarceration. In 2019, Radar Online quoted her ex-boyfriend as saying that Sydney and Justin believed their mother was killed in a spoiled drug deal. Such claims remain nothing more than rumors, however. Radar Online quoted their aunt Tanya Brown as saying the now-grown children are leading happy and normal lives. She reportedly claimed they probably discuss the issue with each other, but don't discuss it with the rest of the family. Brown said, "It's the pink elephant in the room that I hope never shows up. We don't talk about it." Simpson himself told AP that he still has a positive relationship with his children and insisted that they don't discuss their mother's fate.